All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Great Millstone of Virginia, and as always, when they give this is Great Millstone of Virginia. They gave his they gave his latest news, article, and lessons through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai. And of course, as always, first and foremost, we need to give all praises, glory, and honor due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakodash. Say double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who are for teaching us the truth, and of course, say peace and blessings and salutations to Akamah that is putting the truth throughout the four corners of earth, sincerely to the best that ability to scout the four corners of earth. With that, I want to say shalom.
Shalom.
And of course, we're getting into the article. It talks about electricity bills, and we know that this society is one of the reasons it's not the ultimate goal, but one of the reasons why they're trying to push everybody from gas into electric, man. And it's surely slow in doing that, man, because that's one of the reasons why like I said, they're raising up the fuel prices, man, because as you can see, fuel has just went up, just more, just a couple of days ago or recently, man.
Okay.
And it's really hurting the mainly the trucking industry, man. To the point where you got these mega companies like Elon Musk and these other companies that try to get on this trend, with all electric vehicles or selfless drivers, man.
Okay.
But go ahead.
If I may add into that, because like as I was saying, how Biden he just put billions into electric batteries. I got it right here real quick.
Go ahead.
It reads, the Biden administration plans to begin a $3.1 billion effort on Monday to spur the domestic production of advanced batteries. Speaking of those electric batteries, to further this electric thing they're trying to push, because the gas, gas is all messed up right now. It ain't messed up, but it's where they want it to be.
And like I said, and also I'm gonna catch up. And I expect, like I said, don't be surprised if they raise it up even further,
that's
man.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
At this point,
because that's what they want for their new place. They want the pretty much everybody's connected to one grid.
Yep.
The natural resources they harbinger for themselves, and pretty much you go based on their grid and their electrical system. Which is going to be tied into your vehicles, your day-to-day lifestyle, and they want the natural resources to themselves. But it's just a little more on this
go ahead.
on this Biden administration for the electric batteries, which is essential to its plan to speed up adoption of electric vehicles and renewable energy. So that's what they're looking forward to going towards, renewable energy, so when that natural resource is diminished, pretty much they don't want to go towards natural resource. They want to hold that for themselves,
Yeah,
that's their true money.
And just to back you up, because like I said, the trend is coming with all electric, because like I said, every company's following the trend, man. Tesla's the main one that really started it, man. And of course, I see, I talked to a couple of these Uber and Lyft drivers, they said that they might switch to electric vehicles as well, man. Depending on the gas prices will go, because some of them actually do full time. But they don't understand is that they say that it helps the ecosystem, man, which is actually false, man. It really doesn't help. Because if you think about it, like I said, when you get these electric vehicles, it's gonna be more repair costs, which costs a lot of money. If anybody own a Tesla or anybody that knows a Tesla, especially if you get to use one. Like I said, you don't know what the problem is. Like I said, they're already doing it right now with half electric. With these 2022 trucks and all that. Like I said, of course they still run on diesel, but like I said, if something go wrong, I say the sense. Like I said, how you say, everything can quote unquote go fine, but if like one sensor is bad, you have to take that to the shop to get a diagnosis check. That costs money out the gate already. So you're telling me that one sensor that you fix, everything else is fine, man. Right. And also, like I said, with the chip shortage, like I said, you'd be lucky enough to even get a part per piece for that thing to come in, man. It could take, depending on how long, man. And like I said, majority of them could be on back order, man. So that could be like a month, man.
Yeah.
Some couple of weeks or months, man. People don't understand, man. And like I said, if you're smart, like I said, even the people, like I said, even Edomites, they know that. Like say the smart ones. I'm not talking about the goyim. They even say, that's even bad, man.
Yeah.
But you want to say something?
Yeah, I got a precept in line with what you going into.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I said, and if you think about it, electric cars are still expensive to this day, man. So of course, that's what everybody what going back to these cars, man. Think about it. Everybody's still riding gasoline vehicles, man. You know, and like I said, you know, they're gonna use prototypes of these vehicles to get you all suited up and everything. You know, like I said, right? I mean, again, they're trying to condition you. That's why they got all these commercials. You know, get the electric like GM and Ford. You know, I was asking myself, it's like, how can these companies have these electric vehicles and then they were just bailed out? You know, just about a decade ago.
Right.
You know,
Right.
how are they still running, man? You know, because what they got a bill. What's it called? I call it a bailout bill, man.
Yeah.
You know, so if they go down, whatever, the banks, you know, which they use your money to bail them out, man.
Yeah.
You know, so what do you think is gonna happen when this economy crash, man? You know, they're gonna get bailed out, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Con.
people don't think, like I said, of the long term effects. You know, people just, you know, when they said the goyim, they just think of short term, man.
The rich get richer and the poor get more poor.
God.
You know, you consumers of this place, you look towards all these trends that they throw out for you, not thinking about, like I said, not thinking about the long term of it all.
Con. Which putting you further in debt. I got a scripture too, but I'm gonna let you address first. And on top of that, like I said, there's already talks about what's gonna happen. What? And electrical grid shutdown.
Yeah.
So if they do that, you can't move your cars.
That's right.
Exactly.
Oh, like I said, even I think, like I said, that was an article. Correct me if I'm wrong. They even said that, like I said, during the time they had the snow, I think like a guy said that his Tesla wouldn't cut on, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so you know,
Shit froze the
yeah,
battery.
it froze the battery, man.
Yeah.
So again, so what? You have no heat, no gas, or nothing. You just run on electrical, man. You know, and like I said, even these cars, you know, like Hyundai, like I said, this came out recently. Even though it's been out, but I think it's more to the light. Even with Tesla, like I said, man, something could happen where, you know, what I mean, your car can just be on fire, man, just blow up.
Not for sure.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
You know?
Because you riding around in a nitrogen bomb,
Yeah, basically.
hydrogen bomb.
You know, and even that they said that the electric vehicles, I think they use like the nickel or something like that. You know?
Nickel cadmium
Yeah.
batteries.
You know what I mean? That's on a shortage as well, man. You know?
Yeah, a lot of these elements,
Yeah,
you know, a lot of these precious metals, you know, are over there in our country. You know what I'm saying? And Vladimir ain't playing. You know, he ain't exporting any of that stuff anymore. You know, Chinese ain't exporting anything anymore. You know, these devils have put this country in a position of just straight downfall.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is a consumer nation, so I mean,
Yeah.
we get everything from everybody else.
Con.
You know, and Biden told Russia he don't even want them at the borders for any reason.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, you messing with the livelihood and the commerce of business. You know, the flow of business.
And that's how you know that America's a trick bag, man.
Yep.
You know, because what? Like I said, you know, like you said before, you know, America gets the stuff from all over the world instead of having its own. You know, like I said, you know, like I said, instead of what uses its own machinery and you know everything. You know, like I mean, it's been playing out. Like I said, the jobs. You know, they're overseas and all that stuff, man. So hey, America's screwed, man. You know, so what? The Lord set it up as a trick bag, man, to make you think that America, this all that. Meanwhile, they get other stuff from us. So once the stuff start importing, America's pretty much finished at this point, man. You know, you see what this government's doing by shutting down the pipeline and all this stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
So what happens if, like I said, if the import and all that stuff happen, you already know it's gonna happen, man. You know, that's when the shortage comes in, man. That's why Biden talked about Sleepy Joe talked about the sanctions, man. He even said it himself, man. There's a famine coming, man, of everything.
yeah.
You know, but ultimately it's gonna be this word, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this world's gonna have that hazard protection. Because everything, the ones that you to need to, you know what I mean, to basically survive, man, about what's to come. You got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay.
you know, you're right about that. You know, because you actually seen America make that transition from being a producing nation to a consuming nation. You actually seen it happen. You actually saw laws being passed, you know, that sent jobs overseas, you know, to Japan. You know, at first it was Japan.
When was
You
it?
know?
During the Industrial Revolution, during the time of steel, was when America was making its most money.
That's right.
You know, when they was bringing about producing their cars,
Yeah.
you know, the airplanes and things of that nature.
Right.
Hey, but everybody else does that now. You know.
Yeah, You know, America used to invent things.
Yeah.
Well, should I say, Jake used to invent things. America used to steal them.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I got a precept, if I may.
Go ahead.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
That's right. You know, that's right. That's right. They're using their money for wickedness, man. Mm-hmm. You know, how can Sleepy Joe, like he just donated billions of dollars to Ukraine, and then all of a sudden now, he donated $1 billion to the all electric vehicle, man. Yeah. That's like, dang, man.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And meanwhile, like I said, America's already in a crisis. You see all that money, where it's going to? Like I said, you know, what I mean, you could have gave it to the people, or you know, what I mean, you could have somewhat, decreased a few prices with that. Come on, man.
Right. They know they're in a time of war. They know where they gotta gear their money towards.
Yeah.
You know, and they got. And I've read somewhere that they're looking forward towards a long term. They don't see this as a short term process that's playing out right now. I forget how much money Biden is asking for with Congress, you know, but they looking towards this thing being long and drawn out to the point where they gonna poke that bear to it become. You know how it goes. You actually know how it goes.
Yeah, God, you know what I mean? And they're using your tax money, man.
Yep. All day. They're using your tax money to help another country.
God. Not just that, to actually destroy their own people. I mean, their own country. You know, they're not just getting this money out of nowhere. They got to get the money from somewhere. Even though it's ultimately printed, though, but it's not a coincidence why we getting taxed, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a coincidence why America. Even the elders apostles said that America's infrastructure is a rank D, man. Barely passing, man. And which is true, you know, because you got these potholes out here, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's even worse in certain cases, you know.
What bridge recently?
They letting this place go from sugar to shit.
Make it look like a third world country, man. God, here's the scripture I want to bring out just with that, and then you about this got it. This is James 2:6. It says, "But ye have despised the poor. Do not the rich man oppress you and draw you before your judgment seats?" So, you know what I mean, if you try to go against them or you don't do, you know what I mean, as the scripture says, run down the Caesar, what's going to happen to you? You know, you're going to go to court. You know, worst case scenario, you get locked up, man.
Yeah.
You know? These Americans, you know what I mean? Like I said, they're not bad as the Moabites, but you know, majority of them, like I said, they are submissive to the government, man. Yeah. The only ones that's really fighting back, you know, I'm talking about just for quote unquote. I say for truth's sake, it's ultimately us, you know, the men of the Lord, man. That you mean that's gonna stand our ground. But then, you know what I mean, then you got the left-hand side, which is the Edomites, which is your Trump supporters, and you got the 1776, and then you got the patriotic ones. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? That's actually doing something, you know, trying to do something for America, but you know what I mean? But they believe that protest and all that stuff is gonna do something, but it's not gonna do anything, man.
Nope.
You know, but
they should have learned that shit from Jake.
Yeah, come on.
We should overcome, march, but it doesn't accomplish anything.
No, it's not.
It doesn't solve anything. And quite honestly, if you ask me, speaking as a man, I think that they're trying to handle this thing civilly.
Yeah, for sure.
When they're not civil people at all. They like to think that they are.
No, they riling everybody up, you know, getting them into that kind of protest spirit to the point where they realize ain't no protesting that can be done.
Right. To the point where they got when I say fighting, you know, that. But again, that goes back to the point I was saying. Like I said, but again, that's like you said before. That's an ease nature, man. Yeah. You know, sooner or later, like I said, talking about the governments, you know, man, they gotta have to come down their own, you know, lower levels to the point where he's like, say, nah, man, you trying to get us, like, we're gonna fight for a Second Amendment, man. You know, that's how Issa does. It's just by war, man, carnality.
Yeah.
You know, to the point, hey. If Satan shall go against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand, man? So, you know, so that's a beautiful sign, which is by prophecy, which will come, man, of the downfall of these devils, man, which is beautiful, man. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna be seeing that, man. We're gonna have one hell of a time watching, sitting back. So, look at Esau right there, man. That's my boy right there. Oh, we get it in right there,
you, bro.
Gotta go and get it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
That's right, man. And then that's America in itself, man. Like I said, you know, there's so many religions, so many people got their own opinions and what is right and wrong. You know, like I said, you got go against one another. You know, like I said, man, you even got, you know, like I said, in their own section, you know, you got the the gay versus LGBT. I mean, you even got that on somewhere underground that they don't want to talk about. You know, I say not everybody's from the same culture or from the same nation agrees with each other, man.
That's
you
true.
know? You even got on YouTube, they call Jubilee, you know? They got,
That's
you know what I mean?
true.
Two jakes that don't agree, man.
Yeah.
You know, division, you know? There's no foundation, you know? And that's America pretty much. That's why it's called what? Babal. Confusion. Because it is confusion.
Bro.
I was gonna say to consider the Tower of Babel, you know,
Yeah.
and what happened there. You know, that everybody wanted to, even though they saw things in a different light, you know, they wanted to still join themselves together under one tongue,
right?
You know, which means that was the first New World Order, so to speak.
Yeah,
you know. And the Lord tore that down, and it was the same thing you see here. You know, this is why this is spiritual Babylon.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna tear this place down as well.
The great melting pot.
That's right. That's right.
And it's gonna melt.
That's right. That's right.
With fervent heat.
That's right.
It's going to melt. Let me finish this out.
Go ahead.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And if, you know, that's it. You know, that's the point that you was making.
Yeah, you know, but again, you know what I mean? We kind of, you know, spare led to this to something else. But of course, like I said, we can go back, you know, right back to the electricity. If you remember what I said, we can go back to the article. But that's the spirit, though, sometimes.
Bro, that man. All right, Con.
It's still edifying regardless, though.
That's right.
Like I said, it makes sense for a particular reason. Like I said, you know, I mean, if you're in the truth, you would completely understand what we're talking about, you know? Because it still deals with